Good evening, televiewers. You're welcome to Prime R for the last edition of the week. We are very sorry for the late start. We make machines, at times the machines decide to play very fast on us. This evening, we thought that we should get to knowing what Bitcoins, crypto, and a host of other related concepts are concerned. I myself, I don't really know what Bitcoins are, what crypto is all about, what related aspects are when it comes to this new, I don't know whether it's new technology, financial technology. We felt the need to get to some persons who are experts in the domain to clarify us and you watching this evening what Bitcoins are, what crypto is all about, what blockchain technology is all about, and also inviting you to join them, understand better physically so that you can have a one-on-one exchange with them. This evening, we are in the company of Mr. Nsah Foting, who is a senior marketer expert.
Yeah.
In this domain. We are glad to have you on Prime R this evening.
Thank you very much, televiewers, and thank you, Prime R, for inviting us today. Yeah, so it's always very refreshing to talk about crypto, to talk about blockchain, because this is the technology that's going to change the future, especially for Africans. And we're here to explain to you in simple terms how everyone can get involved in this technology. So stay tuned, and then we're going to be in for an amazing ride today. Thank you.
Okay. We also in the company of Chu Rumsky. Yes. He is the founder of what we're talking about. This an organization that is involved with this. Yes, we're glad to have you.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be on this, to be here today. So our vision, most especially, is to see how to bring our African brothers out of the dark, which is bringing them to the knowledge to understand this technology. We've realized that in the absence of this technology, so many people, even our brothers, have used it in order to extort, belittle others because they didn't know, and extort a lot of money from them, and people become scared of this technology, which is an advantage. So we're here today to talk about it and clear some air on that.
Okay. I will start with you, Mr. Nsah Foting. We're talking about Bitcoins, crypto, blockchain. Simply put, what do we understand by this?
Bitcoin is blockchain. Let me start with blockchain.
Blockchain, yeah.
Blockchain is like a mother who gives birth to a son. So, and then the son has brothers and sisters. So the first son is Bitcoin. Then the other brothers and sisters are other cryptocurrencies. So without the mother, the son cannot function. There's no birth for the son. So Bitcoin is the underlying technology through which blockchain is the underlying technology through which Bitcoin functions. What blockchain is a distributed ledger technology. Distributed ledger means that there are computers connected to themselves, like different computers in different places around the world. What makes the technology so powerful, and there's something about the technology they call immutable. So when you write something on a blockchain, like when you put an information, that you could be like a transaction. You cannot unwrite it, erase it, even if you're the one that put it. Nobody else around you or wherever can do that, because it becomes now on a public ledger. Each computer has the same amount of information at the same time. So let's say electricity is down in Cameroon, and then you are trying to do a Bitcoin transaction. Wherever electricity is and where there is a node here is a computer that's connected to the network that forms the blockchain. That node can verify the transaction and validate it. So if he's sending me transaction, it doesn't need to be validated in Cameroon, it can be validated anywhere. So what makes the technology even more powerful is that even if the richest people in the world come together with all their resources, they cannot break it down, because it's impossible to locate each computer everywhere around the world that is validating transactions.
That's blockchain.
That's blockchain.
Yes.
So Bitcoin now is the technology that was built on blockchain. So before we used to have gold that was really very valuable. Now we have Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is like digital gold. So gold has become more transferable. Before, if I wanted to give you gold, and I'm maybe in Cameroon and you're in the US or something like that, I need to ship it to, and then for when the gold glitches here, you need to maybe keep it in a safe house. You need to maybe put people around it. So many logistics around here. It's very expensive, and expensive means that it's for the 1% of the people of the world that have the resources to be able to do that. So Bitcoin digitalizes gold and makes gold in a form of code. Code that is only 21 million in existence. There's only 21 million of Bitcoin in existence. So we already know the amount. So, and then Bitcoin is deflationary. It's not inflationary as fiat currency. So over time, Bitcoin gives value. In 2009, Bitcoin was $0.1. Today, Bitcoin is about, I think, $23,000. So they have taken gold, then digitalize it and make it accessible to everybody who has internet connection. This gives now financial freedom to whosoever cares to join the network. It has really nothing to do with somebody controlling your funds or somebody getting into it and telling you what to do. You have your wallet, you have your access to Bitcoin, you can buy from somebody, you can buy from a platform like Paxful, which is P2P and stuff like that. So you control your money. So there are a lot of people who are into the Bitcoin space to trade. There are a lot of people there to buy and hold because it's a store of value for a long term. So there are a lot of things happening around this space. And then looking at Africa, looking at where we are, this is the technology that for me, even though it started in the US, was built for Africans, was built for everybody who is unbanked, because we have the most unbanked people in the world. And Bitcoin doesn't need you to have an ID card, to have a certain status, a certain amount of salary in a month before you can access a loan or have maybe the authority to have a bank account or something like that. With your wallet and your smartphone, regardless of who you are, you're 90, you're 15 years old, you can get into the network. Yeah.
You can, how about, you just talked about Bitcoins. How about crypto? What's crypto all about?
Bitcoin is cryptocurrency because crypto means that there's cryptography. It's the cryptography around the code that makes it so that it is difficult for somebody to decipher the code. So that's why it's called cryptocurrency.
Okay, it is crypted.
It's a currency that yes, it's a code that is encrypted. Okay. Then that can be used as a currency.
Okay, he says that it was meant for Africa.
Yes.
The Africans, many of us are not into it. Is it that we are perishing because we lack knowledge?
Okay, this is an amazing question, because actually you'd notice that Africans have been left out of the financial world as a whole. We can actually count the African countries or the African communities that actually own a central bank, that have authority over the aspect of money. Because at the end of the day, money is value, right? How much is your phone? That's the value that you give to your phone. That's the amount of money you can actually remove to pay for that phone. So now this aspect of ownership, for example, the Central African, let's say the CEMAC zone, which is under the which is ruled by BEAC, right? We have money which is reserved in France. So how much do we really have any control on that money? What I'm saying is, cryptocurrency came to, like, I would say it's that currency that came to Africa to give Africa freedom. Freedom in the sense that there's no central government that can control the blockchain. Like Mr. Zonda rightly said, it's a ledger, a digital ledger, which is connected on multiple computers, which means that one very powerful aspect of it is its decentralized nature. It means it functions without a central control. That is why it can get to anyone. When we see people telling others that, come and give me your money for me to put into crypto, that is that is just
There's no Facebook.
when you hear about that, that is just scam, because because every person can get into crypto. Every person, as long as you have a wallet, a digital wallet, which is an application on your phone, you already have access to cryptocurrencies. It means you can do transactions. When I say transactions, you can receive money from anywhere from the world. There's no limit when you're doing transactions on the blockchain, which is crypto transactions, which is Bitcoin transactions. There's no limit. You can be in Cameroon and within seconds, someone in the US sends you Bitcoin and you receive it instantly. Then now, many questions we usually get is, how do you now take that money and convert it to the cash that you use daily, right? So platforms now like Paxful and other people can actually help you exchange that money. It means I can buy the Bitcoin from you. I buy it from you at the rate that we get to agree on. If you tell me, okay, I'll give you $1 at this rate, and I accept, that deal is done. I give you the safer and you transfer the Bitcoin to me. It's as easy as that. I can want to pay you money, maybe a debt or something. You just send me your wallet. Okay, a wallet address is like a bank account details, your mobile money number.
You created yourself?
Yes.
You create it by yourself. It's free. So many years people have been receiving money to create wallet. It's free. It's easily accessible. If you have a smartphone, internet, you should have a wallet. Just have a wallet first. Then, one thing that we Africans are lacking the most is getting access to knowledge. We want to earn before we learn. We always rush to make money, but we don't take the time to understand what we are rushing into. So it will always make us to lose. Because what I usually say is either you go somewhere reputable and pay a fees and learn the right way, or you go somewhere and pay a fees by investing in something wrong, and you learn from the fact that that was something wrong. But still, it doesn't prevent you from making the next mistake because you didn't learn the right way.
Okay. The best for Africa, because we are poor. We don't have collateral to give the bank and a host of others. And why are we not taking advantage of this?
Taking advantage of this has to do a lot with mindset.
Okay.
You know, yeah, in Africa, the mindset is very it's very rigid, and a lot of people don't want to invest time. Like my partner rightly said, people prefer to first do something wrong before they begin to understand what this thing is all about and all of that. So Africa, there's a problem of mindset in the sense that if you tell somebody something that is new, the first reaction, the first very reaction, oh, I don't want to hear anything about it. You're bringing another story of this, and all of that. So it makes it such that people who are trying to bring this technology into play very few of them begin to turn the line, like change the learning curve, because there's a steep learning curve for this to understand what crypto is. So once you start telling people that, oh, you're coming again with this Bitcoin thing, maybe it's for people who understand technology more, this thing is too complicated, it's too complex and all of that. 20 years ago, the internet was complex. Today, nobody can say you're not using the internet. Today, the same thing is with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is that kind of technology that 15, 20 years from now, a lot of people will regret, like, why was I not into this technology? You get the point. So when these few people who understand it begin to change the learning curve, they begin to create schemes that will help to solve the problem, that will help to tell people what they want to hear. For example, a lot of people want to hear that, oh, if I give you my money every month, you come and give me 5,000 francs without me doing anything. A lot of people in Africa like that kind of investment. They don't even really care what the kind of thing that you're investing in, what you're doing with the money. Then when something happens, oh, I've been scammed and all of that. Example, Limal, Chimal, and all of that. They use the name of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain to scam people, because blockchain, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies, it is freedom. Another word for it is freedom. It is something that gives you self-sovereignty. If you want to go deeper into what self-sovereignty means, it means that you are independent. You have control of who, what, and how you use your money. So that's a bit of what I have to say, that Africans need to wake up, change the mindset, have a learning mindset, have a mindset to accept new things for us to be able to reach
You say you can borrow through Bitcoin, right?
There are platforms that make it possible for you to borrow with,
yes.
with
How
Bitcoin.
do you make money out of Bitcoins?
Okay, for a platform like Paxful, Paxful is an e-commerce, is likened to an e-commerce platform where people come and put goods and services. But this time around, people who have Bitcoin come and tell the people on the platform that I'm selling Bitcoin and other people can buy. Paxful has 400 local payment systems around the world. It's located with about maybe 65 countries in the world right now. It's one of the biggest. It started in 2015. So on Paxful, you can go on Paxful and then you want to buy Bitcoin because maybe you just got into the network, you want to buy Bitcoin. There are verified sellers on Paxful, like maybe on an e-commerce website where you see a vendor who is verified because he has done good trades and he has good rating and all of that. So if you trade with this person can send you Bitcoin and you send their money maybe through mobile money, through bank account, through Visa, PayPal, or whatever. Paxful makes it sure that you can be in Cameroon and pay someone in Argentina, pay someone in Brazil, pay someone in Holland and stuff like that. So with Paxful, it's easy for you to integrate the advantages of the Bitcoin network. Yeah. So people make money from Paxful. Like the richest guy of the crypto industry, which is Sam Bankman, the owner of FTX platform. Back in, I think, 2016, 2017, he bought Bitcoin for lower price and sold for higher price. So there are exchanges. Exchanges are like maybe now banks where you go do transactions. But now there are online exchanges where the prices for Bitcoin can be low, then prices for Bitcoin can be high. So he spotted that opportunity. So that's called trades. So that's one way to make money is through trades. So he was buying low and selling high. It's like you go to the market, you buy tomatoes for a basket of tomatoes for maybe 5,000 and you come and sell it for like 8,000 francs. So he was doing that. Then he later on created a platform called FTX where you can go do Bitcoin exchange and all of that. And he has over $60 billion, but it takes time to build that experience and all of that. So, yeah.
Okay. Many persons are very skeptical,
Yes,
when they
they're
hear about
supposed
things
to
like
be.
this. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Very skeptical. Are people being scammed in this?
Yes.
A lot. A lot of people are being scammed. And personally, from my experience, I was studying in India. So I studied there and I worked there for a while. And I was working on this project, this blockchain related project. And watching everything that was happening in Africa, people were just scammed every day. And I noticed one thing. People were scammed because they didn't want to learn. Like, then when I came back, I decided to come back and start up something here, especially to start up something here in that field, but focusing on the education first. Because what I understood is, if people do not understand something, they will obviously always confuse the right one and the wrong one, right? So the first thing to do is to train people, to give people the knowledge, accessibility. So the main thing, and I noticed almost all platforms, they started with Bitwall, Bitcoin Wall, and so many other platforms, which they came and promised that. Before, what I knew is their intentions wasn't to scam people, but because those who actually had a little knowledge in that field, they didn't really understand the fact that Bitcoin is a volatile currency, right? It means that its value goes up and down and very fast. It means people will take other people's money with the hope that the value will keep going up so that they keep making profit. Then they never really anticipate when the value start dropping. And since they have promised, a consistent payment. Now they don't know how to adjust that, they run. They just get out of the market. While if people really knew, because when you do anything in Bitcoin, you must have the right mindset, which is the long-term mindset. If you're thinking short-term today, for example, one of the worst things someone can do is borrow money in order to invest into Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. The worst. Because when you do that, you have no control on how Bitcoin is going to behave within a very short period of time. But you can actually study and understand how Bitcoin will behave within a longer period of time. If you look when Bitcoin started within 2009, 2008, 2009, and now the value has gone up to $60-something thousand for one Bitcoin, and it has come back down up to $21,000 just a few weeks back, $21,000. And this has happened within a period of 10 to 12 years, right? So if someone who bought Bitcoin around 2009, 2010 will not feel it that much because he has held it for that much time, this long period of 12 years. And he is still profiting because Bitcoin left from -$1 to $23,000 today. And it got up to $60-something thousand before. So you can see that the progress, it's progressive, but it's volatile. If you have the right mindset, which is, I'm holding this thing for a long term, and you cannot go into Bitcoin when you don't have multiple sources of income. If you're dependent just on the fact that I'll put my money into Bitcoin and make profit out of it instantly to eat, then you obviously die of hunger, or you obviously come out as a loser. Okay, so those are some of the things. But like Zonda rightly said, one other aspect that so many Cameroonians and Africans are getting liberated, they are getting financially free, is the aspect of trading. It means now people have the freedom. Before, with the archaic financial system, you could not buy Facebook stocks from Africa anyhow. It was so tough. It's even still tough as of now for you to be in Cameroon and buy Facebook stocks, or you buy Apple stocks easily. But with blockchain and cryptocurrencies, you can actually buy stocks of different companies and you hold them in those cryptocurrencies. And because those companies, they are made up of good management team and other aspects that you look at before buying those stocks, because the same thing you look at before buying stocks is the same thing you look at before buying cryptocurrencies that are project backed. Almost all cryptocurrencies have a project. Now, some of those projects are not viable. They are not good enough for they don't grow. It's just like companies also. Some companies die off with time. So that's the same thing. So those are different methods where people can make money out of cryptocurrency. You can buy it and hold it, or you can trade it. Trading it is you're making money on the short term.
So I want us to understand how people get easily scammed. How that is, you are told to put money, and then some other person chops the money, or
I'll take the example of Lieb Liman. So Lieb Liman tells you that you go to the website, oh, we are the next big blockchain project, or they give you all this literature, this is really nice and all of that. They tell you that, okay, if you give us, say, 30,000 francs, we're going to give you a particular amount of money per month, like maybe 5,000, 10,000 per week. Even per week. So you begin to think that, oh, if I give these guys 10,000, 30,000, every week they'll be sending me maybe 5,000 francs in my mobile money account. But yeah, you don't understand the technology, what is going on behind the investment that they're trying to do. You don't understand Bitcoin in itself. You don't understand cryptocurrencies in itself. Because they created such a platform for such people who don't have as much understanding, or who still feel that the technology is complex. So that like maybe like the Jesus Christ that coming to save you from this. You get? So once you get into the network, it becomes something that they lure you with. They pay you normally maybe for 3 months, then they start having issues. One issue to another, you start having delays, like this week they did not pay you, they give you an excuse and all of that. Then you start beginning to hear a lot of people that are not paying. Why are they not paying people? That's the question that I want to answer for people to understand, because I'm going now behind the scene. What happens behind the scene is crypto, whatever cryptocurrency is volatile. If Bitcoin is down, majority of all the other cryptos are down. It's like a mother that is connected to the child. So if the mother is sick, automatically the child will get sick. Yeah, even though that's not what happens in real life, but it's just for me to make some understanding. So while it's going down, the war in Ukraine makes crypto to go down. Why? Because people get scared. People panic. There are two things that drive the market: grief and fear. So when people are afraid because of the things that are happening around the world, the supply chain crisis, the war in Ukraine, the lack of food and all of that, people are trying to remove their money from the Bitcoin network and exchanging it back to fiat currency. It makes the coin to go down. Once it goes down, there is nobody, like there is no economic expert in the world, regardless of whatever kind of economy they have, economics they have studied, that can predict that Bitcoin is going to go like a certain kind of way for the next 50 years or maybe for the next 1 month. Because there is a characteristic of this currency. It must go down for it to go up. It's like you have to know the difference. You have to be in light for you to know the difference of darkness. But people feel like when they get into platforms like Lieb-Lima, they only want to see light. So the moment darkness comes, everybody says I've been scammed. So that's how people get scammed on this platform. It's because the owners of the platform don't have control over the market, and nobody else controls the market. Events, political events, economical events that you don't know when they are going to happen controls the market. So that's why once that happens, they don't have money to pay people anymore. They start giving excuses, lousy excuses, and it gets frustrating, and then one day everything bursts out, and then police start looking for them, and it creates now, it dirties the water for people that are trying to educate people on the right way to do cryptocurrencies. It makes it so that our jobs become very difficult. The moment you mention Bitcoin, the moment you mention crypto, that person says, oh, Lieb-Lima, oh, you're coming again with this thing and all of that. It's really, it's painful, it's challenging, because crypto is here to help people, not for people to be scammed. And a lot of people now are likening crypto to multi-level marketing. This is sovereignty, self-sovereignty. It has nothing to do with you bringing another person in whatever thing. No.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Leo, good evening to you in the studio. I wish to answer this question. Who can you differentiate? Okay, you meant how can you differentiate a true crypto from a fake one? Roger is writing from Loom. Just you guys can just note that question. Okay. Good things to you, Mr. Leo, and all the panelists. To me, Bitcoin is a big scam. Even non-Africans are very skeptical of it. It's a big mafia. Okay, Ayuk Eta is writing from Mundemba. Ayuk, you're going to be clarified. I'm sure they did that already. Good evening, all. My problem with this stuff of currency is that where do these companies in the name of currency invest the money? The company location, the materials they use, etc. To be honest, I'm always feeling that all this stuff can never be real. Daniel is writing from
really
Boya.
Good questions.
From
really
Boya.
Nice questions there.
Yes, people are really very, very scared, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Regina from Boya says, good evening, Mr. Leo. We are tired with all these people. We do not know. Okay. Yes, many persons are really, really scared. Good evening, Mr. Leo, and all the panelists. Please, I really need this Bitcoin wallet. So just let me know the first step to go about it. Mr. Zoda, should I send your number to them so that they can contact you?
We're having an event tomorrow where they will come and understand how to get a wallet, how to buy their first Bitcoin and all of that. So my number, I think, is on the flyer somewhere there. They can take it.
If you need Mr. Zoda's number, just ask. I will send it to you. Exactly. Please get to them. They should explain to you, because you say the biggest problem is that people don't understand why they're investing.
Exactly.
And you were trying to also unravel why people are scammed. When I send their number to you, please ask them so many questions before you
As
venture into
many as
anything.
possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this person certainly is writing from Gabon, I'm sure.
Oh, nice.
This one says, "Try Mr. Liu and the panelists. Good evening. I really like to venture into this crypto stuff, but I don't understand anything." Klo is writing from
Perfect.
Mutengene. Klo, I'm sending you Mr. Nzonda's number that you can get to him. Good evening. Please, I would like to learn more about Bitcoin. I'll send you their numbers so that you talk with them, please. Some people even accuse me that I bring people to, yeah. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I read a headline that BIAC has banned the use of Bitcoin in all Central African countries. Is this news fake? And if it is not, then shouldn't keeping Bitcoin be a criminal act? Okay. They will answer you guys in the platform. Good evening, Mr. Liu Martinez from Douala. What about PLC, Platin Coin and Electronic Farm? Okay. Hello, Mr. Liu. Good evening to you and the panelists. Mr. Liu, I was scammed by one platform called TCM and some other. Second, I learned cryptocurrency has been banned around CEMAC regions. Pascal is writing from Boya. Pascal, I'll send you Mr. Nzonda's number. You can get to him. So many persons are worried. Can we just clarify some of these points?
Yes. First, let me say this. We are not here to lure anyone into investing.
Okay.
Number one. And each time, let me just give this is a little trick. Each time you feel like someone is trying to convince you to invest, know that that is a bad decision you're about to make. But if you're educated to invest, I will not limit only to cryptocurrencies, but if you are educated in order for you to take a decision to invest, that is the right thing to do. So first,
you guys are not here to ask anybody to invest.
No,
we should establish that.
Exactly.
Yes, no.
Please, if you are watching us,
No.
I brought them
That should
to
be clear.
explain what Bitcoin is all about,
Yes.
what crypto is all about, what
yes.
blockchain is
it's
all about.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now, you guys are organizing workshops, seminars, to
Education.
teach,
Education based.
So the essence this evening, please, is to educate you. They are going to be organizing a seminar tomorrow
Yes.
in Douala to educate. Nobody is told to scam and put money, please.
Yes.
Yes, go on.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start with the first question. How can you differentiate a good cryptocurrency from a bad cryptocurrency? First, if you follow up all those cryptocurrencies that have been a failed project, one of the very main thing is the team behind those projects. You know, you being one of the main people behind this TV station, it's one of the powerhouse. You're one of the brains behind the success of this place. So it's always looked at, you have to look at the team. You have to understand what the project is all about. Now, let me come back to Bitcoin. What is the purpose of Bitcoin? Bitcoin is how to facilitate transactions. That is why it was created. Not for investment.
Okay.
Number one reason why it was created was to ease transaction, to take away the barriers, be the governmental barriers, be the technological barriers, be the knowledge barriers. It takes it away. Means from your phone, you can just press a button and you send money to someone anywhere in the world. Just as you can just send a combination of letters and numbers to someone in the world.
Through WhatsApp.
Yes, through WhatsApp. And someone sends you money instantly. So that was the first purpose. Then before it grew up now to become a store of value. It means now people started trusting it. People could now use it to send money and also to hold their money, because there is nobody who will get up someday and close the whole network. That aspect of trust now made it in such a way that it became a store of value. And because each transaction that is written on the blockchain cannot be modified, it means that there is nobody that can go on that blockchain and change anything on a Bitcoin transaction. That makes it trusted again. So now how can you know when you look at a project, because every token is a project, every coin is a project. When you look at the white paper, because the first thing on every project in the sense of cryptocurrencies is the white paper. When you look at it, you're going to see everything that makes up that project. What is the problem they're trying to solve? Is that problem even solvable? Can it ever be solved? Can it be solved with this technology? And who are those powering this project? Do those people have the expertise to make this a success? So sometimes people will rush and buy coins and they don't even care to know where is that coin, why is it created? What is the value? How much, will people even have, have value of it? So that is, I think with those few points, you can already identify that this project is good, this project is not good. For example, I'll bring a simple example. If they bring iPhone and Samsung, which I'm just taking an example, and they ask you that, in which of them will you invest? Which one will you choose, sir? Obviously, probably you choose iPhone, to invest into iPhone, because you probably know that people love iPhone. People always buy iPhone. And each time someone buys iPhone, you get dividend because you have a share there. Or let me know even Samsung. Samsung is even good. Let me go to a funny brand of phone. So Airtel, I'm not actually downgrading their, but when you compare Airtel to iPhone, you will notice that the difference is huge, right? So that now, if they make iPhone a token or a cryptocurrency, which anyone can buy, and when you buy it and hold it, each time they're selling a product of iPhone, the value of your token is going up and you're getting some reward from that. When people buy that token because they trust iPhone, you get to benefit from that. So that is how you get to understand the value of each product, of each project, or of each coin. So another one which, where are these things coming from?
No, let me just add to what he's trying to say about cryptocurrencies and all of that. If you look at the industry of blockchain, right, it's not different from what we have always known. The problem here is people are greedy. People are greedy, and what makes it even worse, you are greedy and at the same time you're ignorant. Those two things don't sit in one place. You're obviously going to get scammed. Cryptocurrency or Bitcoin is not about you making money. It's not about you making money. It's not the get rich quick scheme. You're not going to make money from it because maybe you can be lucky. Today you put money and tomorrow the graph goes up, you make some money. But that happens like one time, maybe in 1 year or something like that. That's not the purpose.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys watching are very clear about it. Yeah. Let someone not just tell you that, okay, Bitcoin today, next month you're making money,
and you just jump into it.
Yes. Okay. And I've had examples of people that have come to me, can I give you my money to invest in Bitcoin? No. This is self-sovereignty. It's about you. It has nothing to do with me. It's something for you. I can teach you how to get a wallet, what Bitcoin is, the underlying technology about it. That is my job. I'm not taking your money to put somewhere. Let people stop giving your money for people to put in cryptocurrency. That's the first place of getting scammed. There's nobody smarter than you. So long as you have money, so long as you think of investment, it means you can learn about investment. You can also become smarter. That's the essence of it. Bitcoin is for, let's say in 2009, Bitcoin was $0.1. Today it's $23,000. It means that in the next 10 years, for let's just say in double mathematics, it can be like 48,000. It means that if you keep Bitcoin from now to 2030 something, 2032, you can build a house. That's, for example, that's how you can use Bitcoin.
Then you are keeping it in your wallet.
Yes, it can be in your wallet. So whatever thing that happens in the market, because Bitcoin has a nature, it has characteristics that you can actually predict some things. So in 2009, it was low. In 2010, Bitcoin in 3 months it can make like this, go down, but in 1 year the graph is like this. If you look at the graph over time, it goes up. And there's something in Bitcoin that is very amazing. The technology is like a robot. There's something they call Bitcoin halving. Halving means that there is certain Bitcoin that disappears automatically from the network. It's like you having 10 pieces of gold now, then you lose 5 pieces of those gold. Then the prices of those 5 pieces of gold add on the price of the 5 that you have are double. So if it happens every 4 years, it happens in 2020, it happened in 2016, and each time that it happened, when you study the graph of Bitcoin, Bitcoin goes up double the price. So let's say if you had Bitcoin for 1,000 francs, you're automatically, you don't have to do anything, you're automatically going to have Bitcoin for 2,000, 3,000 francs, depending on how the market works. That is what people need to understand. That is what the education, that's the aim. And that is what Pax Food is all about. It's not about you giving your money to somebody. Cameroonians, please stop giving your money for people. Crypto has come to give you freedom, not to put you in more bondage or more prison or somewhere where you're going to be frustrated about how your money is being used.
Are you done with the worries raised?
Yes.
Okay, I will take some more messages, please. Yeah. For Mr. Zonda's number, you get to him, please. If he says, come and put money, don't give. Yes, good evening, Mr. Leo. We know with our own currency fails us. How about the currency we don't know? Masiri is writing from Boya. Hello, Mr. Kum. Wish to know if your invitees have knowledge on P network. Is it the same like Bitcoin? I am Nsah Emmanuel in Bamenda. Yeah.
I need to jump on that.
Yes.
Pi network, right? There's this thing that they talk about. You have to mine. And you mine, somebody has to send you, like, for you to get to the Pi network, somebody now has to send you a code, a link for you to be able to download. So when you download, the person that got you the link and stuff has some more Pi, and then you have to go on your phone every day and do something they call mining. Mining in itself, the Bitcoin original mining is not done like that. For you to be able to do mining, you need to have stable electricity, you need to have a powerful computer. Mining is about deciphering cryptographic code, a transaction that goes in a blockchain. For me, if I send Bitcoin to him, there needs to be a middle person here that mines that transaction. Mining is like opening the transaction. It's like you're going to fetch for gold. You open, the miner has a reward of that coin. So for it to leave me and go to him, the miner in the middle, that makes it sure that it's possible with their powerful computer and their electricity and all of that, has a reward for that before he receives. The fee is very, very small and all of that. So that is what mining is. It's a whole complex process. But Pi Network puts mining on your phone. That's impossible. That makes it such that it's very chaotic. And it goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. Once you don't understand what blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is, in what it is in its true self.
So guys who are in the Pi Network in Cameroon, it's very
it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand the value of what Pi Network is trying to do. Where is it leading people to? Are you making people to end point? And it goes back to the point I'm saying. People are ignorant and greedy because what Pi Network does, I downloaded the app. What Pi Network does, when you mine, they give you a point. So they point now to you, you feel like it's money, but you're ignorant because you don't even know the underlying technology happening. You don't know if some people are trying to take your data from you, some people are trying to maybe monitor us and all of that. So there are just a lot of things happening, which is about ignorance and greed.
Okay. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Is there any age limit to start?
No.
Okay. There's no age limit. Any age you can.
The biggest problem here is understanding.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Leo, good evening. This Bitcoin thing is all mafia to extract the hard earnings of people's savings. The Bitcoin works very well in Europe and America, but in Africa and especially in Cameroon, it is a mess. Just take that point, please. You guys are going to talk on it. That is Glennis from Bomenda. Good evening, Mr. Leo. This is Vika. Please, for the numbers. Okay, Mr. Zonda's number, you have it there. Good evening to everyone. Please wish to know more about cryptocurrency. Can you just get to Mr. Zonda? Those of you in Douala, you can attend their workshop tomorrow, 9 a.m. around Makepe.
Yeah, behind Tradex Makepe.
Okay, behind Tradex, Makepe, yes, after Makepe Palace, going down.
Just
opposite Paku Vita. That's
exactly.
that's
Okay,
opposite Paku
down
Vita.
down this way.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, those of you who are in Douala, you can attend it. You are attending it to learn, like
Exactly.
the education they are
To
giving
learn,
here.
to
Hello,
learn.
Mr. Leo. Good evening. Ask the panelists what happened to TCM, because I was heavily scammed and have made up my mind never to hear about Bitcoin.
What's that? TCM? What's the observation?
I don't know. I don't know what
TCM should also be one of those.
It should be one of those
platforms that
investment
promises
platforms.
you a lot of stuff.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. The panelists in what I just clearly explained, cryptocurrency and blockchain, which is the evolution of money that is decentralized. Peter writing from Boya, and cryptocurrency is not just Bitcoin. We have so many cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin is just one of them.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Thank you for being this to us, for many have been scammed on this innovation. Kindly help me with their number, for I need more information on how to go. Ndifo is writing from Bamenda, and Ndifo, you have Mr. Zoda's number. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I invested 10K into the Paxful platform 2 months ago and managed to get only 7K out of the sales of my BTC. Is it that I didn't trade well, or that's how
Definitely.
the platform is? Valdo is writing from Kumba.
Definitely, he did not trade well.
Okay.
It's something that he did not do right. That's why we are trying to organize stuff like that, because tomorrow you are going to see guys that have been on the platform for 4 years. And that's what they do. That's only what they do. They buy high, they sell low. They've been doing that for 4 years. So
Okay.
yeah.
Good evening. I'm Ferdinand from Limbe. Please, sir, do you have any idea concerning Forex?
Forex is not crypto. Those are two different
Okay,
things.
Forex is not crypto. That's what they
Yes.
say. Good evening, says, I think this is a financial market, not for buy and seller. Whether you guys explain till next year, many lay persons will not understand.
Exactly.
Secondly, what is the difference between stock exchange and cryptocurrency? I don't know. You want to say
Cryptocurrency.
Yes. Ashu is writing from Mutengene. Good evening, Mr. Liu and Co. Please ask those analysts whether Bitcoin mining is really feasible. Let them explain. Figo in Bamenda enjoying your program.
Let me explain. Bitcoin mining is very feasible, because without Bitcoin mining, nobody will ever receive a transaction.
Okay.
Yes. So, like I just explained before, mining is the process through which miners validate transactions. So, what the Bitcoin network does is, when there's a transaction to be effected, miners use their different resources that they have, electricity, powerful machines and stuff, in order to have this transaction come to them. You get the point? So mining must happen for a transaction to go through. Without mining, there is no Bitcoin transaction that's going to go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Please, can I have your invitee's number to guide me on Bitcoin? Dion is writing from Limbe. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm Mr. Nj from Yaoundé. Please, I wish to learn more on cryptocurrency, please, with their contacts. This is a new mining site called Satoshi. Is it legit?
No.
Okay. Yes. It says-
Cameroonians, I'm going to repeat this again. Stop getting into stuffs that you don't have full understanding of. There are recommended channels on YouTube that maybe by the end of this channel, by the end of this session, we are going to give, so people can be able to go there to get education and stuff, or you can contact us directly. We give you education. The most important thing before getting into investment of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, or blockchain is education. And if somebody is trying to educating you by taking money from you, it means the person is not ready to help you. What we're organizing is free. We cannot be telling people to pay for something they don't understand. Somebody rightly said, these are lay people. I might be here, a mother from somewhere is listening to me that doesn't know anything about the internet. I want to talk to those kind of people to come into the network, because they deal with money every day, and they lose money in different stuff. So I want to bring these people into the network to understand that there is value for you. There's a better way for you to move your money around. That is the main purpose of this workshop, and that's the main mission of why we are existing as people into the Bitcoin enthusiasts, and working with platforms like Paxful, because we know the value that it can bring to our people. Yeah.
Okay. But some persons are really confused here. They say they have been scammed.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Difficult to understand,
And
especially in Cameroon.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially in Cameroon. See, we are going to keep repeating this for as many years as possible until people get it. It's not like I have been scammed myself. I started a journey into blockchain and Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies far back 2012. So it took me some time to learn and experience things differently. You have to take away all the aspect of earning first. And first look at learning. Learn something about it so that when you're putting your money, you have some
exactly
confidence.
What you're doing.
Because one other thing is, people still lose money even in Bitcoin itself because they don't have confidence, right? They don't know what they're going into. So someone will actually really buy Bitcoin, and because of its volatile nature, that person, the Bitcoin is going to drop, and he starts panicking because he doesn't have adequate knowledge about it. He runs to sell it off, and he sells it at a lower rate, which means he has made a loss. And automatically, even with the real Bitcoin, he still feels that he has been scammed. And because he did not know that if you need to have the long-term mindset in order to make Bitcoin an asset for you to be able to make profit out of it. Because now there are cryptocurrencies that you can hold or do transactions with that doesn't lose value. It's not volatile, such as USDC, USDT. Those are stable coins. They are pegged to the fiat currencies. It means one USDT is equivalent to $1. That always, one USDT will always be $1. With that one, you know that if you have it in the morning, it's $1. You have it in the evening, it's $1. You have it after 2 days, it's $1. Now, if you want to buy and sell cryptocurrencies and you go and start buying Bitcoin and selling Bitcoin, you would not understand that it's volatile. You buy Bitcoin in the morning, before you sell in the evening, the value has dropped. You're losing. That is why you need to first go educate yourself first properly, so that when you get into it, you know how to go around that, and you will not lose money. Even in the real thing, if you don't still have the knowledge, you'll lose. So, and you should understand that in this thing, you need to have the sovereignty. You need to always be in control, which means your wallet is your wallet. That is your new era bank account. And that bank account is free. It's available for anyone, anywhere in the world.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Thank you for bringing them to explain these details on this coins issue. Someone like me, I was scammed and I lost 100 plus thousands. Those who scammed us made us understand that money was going to double after 3 months and was going to yield monthly interest. Today, the same persons have built big houses with no shame, while many people lost everything.
Yes, like I was saying, once you don't understand, these people who create Ponzi schemes are doing for people who don't understand how the market works. Because if you understand that the market is volatile, when somebody makes you a promise that you're going to make a certain amount of money in 3 months, it's a lie. Because the market is volatile. There is no way you will make a fixed amount in 3 months. Like, there is really no way, except you're going to tell me that you control how the world works. Like, all the major events that affects the way money moves around and the way money goes up and down, you're the person that controls that. That's the only way I can believe when somebody tells me that if you invest in a platform and you're going to have a certain amount of money. It's impossible. Even in the next 2 days, the expert cannot promise you that. So you should not accept. You should go in for a platform that does not require you to give your money to anybody. Go in for the value of the network, not for the gains that you're going to make.
Okay, there to you all, networking marketing is difficult to understand. That's how got us into frustrated in jail with loans taken to invest. How do you believe them? Zhang is writing from Boya. Good evening to you, Zhang. You borrow money to invest.
I mentioned that.
Yeah.
One of the things you should never do, be it in especially in the crypto world, never borrow money to invest. Never invest money that you are not, that if you lose the money, let me not use willing to lose. Let me even go worse than that. Never you invest money that if you lose it, you might even lose your life, or you might go to jail, or all those kind of stuff. Why? Because these are still investments, and even in this world, sometimes you invest into something and it doesn't work.
Yes.
But in this field in particular, if you have the long-term mindset, it means if you're putting money that you don't need it anytime soon, then obviously you're going to be a winner.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
On my Facebook, there's an advice that I've put there, like the best investment that you can do for you to get into crypto is education. It's learning. It's preferable you spend 10 years trying to understand what the technology is.
Nobody should come and talk to you today and then you go borrow money tomorrow.
No, that's a very big mistake.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Zonda, if you need their numbers, I will give you their numbers. I'll share with you, especially after the program. But please don't put your money into it. Good evening, Mr. Liu. It's Tijuno writing from Bamenda. Thank you, Mr. Liu, and the speakers for the awareness you created. I would like to have the number to inquire. Okay, Mr. Zonda's number, it will be yours. Good evening, Mr. Liu. This is Madam Tani from Bafusam. I wish to know whether Bitcoin has come to stay or it shall also vanish someday into thin air like
Very
Chimal.
good question. Very good question. Bitcoin is not Chimal. Bitcoin is code. Chimal is a website. A website can disappear anytime. Code does not disappear. It's on GitHub for everybody to do whatever thing they want to do with it. So what we comparing Bitcoin to Chimal is like you taking maybe a paper knife and trying to pierce a wall. So you just imagine what a paper knife is going to do to a wall. Nothing. It doesn't affect it. Yeah. Bitcoin is here to stay, and the last Bitcoin is going to be mined in 2140, the year 2140. So that is about 100 and more than 140 will be long gone. That's when the last Bitcoin, they're 21 million. That 19th or about 19 that has already been mined. The last one.
Okay.
The last one is going to be mined about 100 and something years from now.
Good evening once more. Contrary to what your invitee explained about Pi, people have started using Pi for trading from their wallet where all the mined Pi had been transferred. How is it a scam? Nsah is writing from Bamenda.
Actually, Pi has the characteristics of scam platforms. The way you get into Pi is not the way you get into other cryptocurrency schemes. So maybe Pi could turn into something good tomorrow. I don't know, but this is not something that I, who has been in the space with a lot of experience, would advise somebody to get into. But it's an open field, like I said. It's self-sovereignty. So maybe if tomorrow something happens, you just have to have yourself to be blamed. Yeah.
Good evening to everyone in the house. I'm really enjoying the program, and I would like to know more about Bitcoin. Evelyn is writing from Bamenda. Evelyn, just get to Mr. Zonda, and they will get to you also. Hello, good evening, Mr. Liu. I would like to appreciate you for this program. Cryptocurrency is a revolution, and really what has killed us here are the scammers who come and end up dealing with us.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, cryptocurrency has come with a different narrative, but where should we get money to invest when we have been scammed by our own brothers? Bazo is writing from Ewane. Are they really investing? Nobody's telling you to invest, please.
Yes.
You are not investing money today to get anything tomorrow, please.
If anybody tells you that, no, they are going to definitely scam you.
Okay. Yeah. Please, I would like to have the numbers of the panelists in the house. Nobody is telling you to invest money now. They are telling you that they
Nobody is even telling you to invest money at all.
Yes.
Okay.
And just to add, even if you get to the point where you feel very comfortable that you want to invest money, this is the process. You meet somebody who is selecting you, you have understood what Bitcoin is, and you want to get into the network, you want to start benefiting from the highs and lows and all of that. You have maybe 100,000 fans, right? You meet somebody that is selling Bitcoin. There are a lot of people around now that are selling Bitcoin. You give the person 100,000 fans. The person sends you equivalent of Bitcoin of 100,000 fans to your wallet. It's in your phone. You're not giving somebody money for them to send you on money again in another kind of way. They do the transaction. It's 5 minutes. You have your Bitcoin and you're off. So now your Bitcoin now goes up and down with the market. So you can have 100,000 tomorrow. It's 102,000 tomorrow. It's 95,000 tomorrow. It's 150,000. It goes like that with the market. So if you keep that 100,000 for 10 years, that 100,000 pounds can give you maybe 500,000, 1 million, depending on what the value. So like 2019 now, it means that Bitcoin, if you translate it to CFI, is 15 million. It means that you took 100 francs, you made 15 million after 12 years. That's how amazing the technology is. And it's a long-term game. It's not for short term. It's not for you to put money where the money you have to pay your landlord, the money is for food, for children, for paying school fees. You're risking your life. You're going to go down for it. And the ignorance there is nobody's fault. That's entirely your fault.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I would like the agents of Bitcoins to avail me on this whole marketing. I'm enthusiastic, but I've just been skeptical about this online marketing experience. I've once been a victim of TCM, online marketing.
One more thing.
All my money I invested vanished. Till date, I couldn't recover my money. Scammers now create software to scam people. Mr. Henry Agbo, writing the network marketing is...
Let's intervene into that. Actually, generally, Bitcoin is considered as digital cash or digital money. It's not a network marketing tool, it's not even a network marketing. Network marketing is actually using somebody to get to somebody in order to get to another person.
Either
to sell a product or sell a service or even sell a package nothing. So cryptocurrencies are not network marketing. It's not. It is digital forms of money, right? Digital forms of money made up of codes. That is what these cryptocurrencies are. It's not. That's why we keep iterating that you need to learn first, because there's no way you can understand this thing without being drilled or without having an assistance. Or most often, some people even just go to your YouTube. Make use of the internet you have. Like when you load internet into your phone, what do you use it for? Go to YouTube, search about it. What is Bitcoin? You go to Google, search about those little things. Then you cannot compare. Then you won't even be asking such questions.
Okay.
Make use of Google.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Please, I wish to know why cryptocurrency Bitcoin is banned in Cameroon. Motave watching from Nimba.
Exactly. I think this is like the 5th time they're asking that same question. Okay. Cryptocurrency is not banned in Cameroon. What the BEAC said is financial institutions should not find themselves facilitating the exchange of these currencies. But not that they were saying that if you're holding the currency, then you're obviously into trouble. That's not it. And just today, I think the BEAC, they came together just a few days back on that topic again, because remember, Central African Republic has actually accepted Bitcoin as a legal tender, and Central African Republic is part of the CEMAC. It means they're using CEFA. So that now has started making those in the BEAC thinking, and Central African Republic has created its own digital currencies, which is backed by its natural resources. This is huge. Imagine that Cameroon has its currency, which is not the CEFA, or imagine that CEFA itself, right, is backed by our gold, diamond, even agriculture, even our culture. Means everything that makes a Cameroonian is then on the front end is the currency. That currency will be very powerful. That is what the Central African Republic is doing. They are using the blockchain in order to protect their resources. It means when you hold their resources, you hold a share of their natural resources when you hold their cryptocurrency. And when you're doing transaction on it, it means you can use that cryptocurrency now to buy gold that comes from Central African Republic, to even invest. One amazing thing they did is the Central African Republic has made it in such a way that anyone in the world can be a citizen, a digital citizen. You can be in the US and you create a virtual company in Central African Republic, and you're even a citizen there. You invest there, you buy land there and all those stuff. Those are some of the things that this technology is bringing. And another thing is, BEAC is now looking into how to regulate this. That is just a recent news. I think I stumbled on it today. So BEAC, they held a meeting, and the purpose of that meeting was to put in place some rules or some ways to control this or to make it legal, because this helps in financial inclusion. And also, it's a new technology. And you know, when technology comes, it doesn't ask for your permission. There are two things involved. It's either you join the train or you leave or you keep losing. When the internet came, they didn't ask if you were going to need it or not because you're African. But you will notice that internet is highly used in Africa than almost in some parts of the world.
Okay. Mr. Liu, this online marketing has dealt with me. The recent one that Moneyman Africa dealt with me. Mr. Desmond is writing from Kumba. They are not talking about network marketing here. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm enjoying the program. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm enjoying the program, but I have one problem. Where does this money that people earn come from? Derek is writing from Bamenda. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm Gerich from Limbe. Thank you for bringing them to educate us. I have actually lost a lot of money through crypto investment, and I would like to get their numbers. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Liu. I'm Nancy from Kumba. I must say your program is so interesting. Thank you, Nancy. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Is this cryptocurrency the same like what we have known? Because some people came on your media. Okay, how can we trust this Bitcoin? Good evening, Mr. Liu. Please, I'd like to get the number of your co-presenters. It's Kelvin, writing from Boya. Kelvin, you have it. This one says waiting. Good evening, Mr. Liu. GMK talking. How about PLCU, Ultima, and Platin Coin? Is their investment platform legit? Writing from Limbe.
For PLC Ultima, I don't know really much about that, and I would, for my own personal experience in the space and all of that, I would not advise somebody to invest in something that I don't have full education or something all about. But I've seen people around me who are using the platform, and then it seems to be working well. I'm what you will say a blockchain and Bitcoin maximalist, because I believe in the power of what blockchain is going to do and how Bitcoin can transform people's life. For the rest of the other cryptocurrencies, I take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah.
Okay. If someone puts 200,000 francs, how much can the person get in interest?
Question. That's the wrong question.
Get interest in a month, and I would like to have their numbers and how much does it cost to teach.
I would not even like somebody like that to take my number. That's the wrong question. You get scammed easily. I don't even want to. I'm saying this on TV so the person can get my message. I don't even want him to ask me that kind of question on WhatsApp. There are so many of them on my WhatsApp. I don't respond. When you come that if I put this amount of money, ask me that what is this technology talking about? How can this technology benefit me on my day-to-day life? That's the right question. Stop asking me or experts if I put 200,000, take your money, go do something else with it. Crypto is not for people who are trying to look for faster ways of investment. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the interesting and educative program, Mr. Leo. Please, I wish to inquire from the panelists whether there is any relationship between Fred is writing from Amanda. Fred, there's no relationship between Tex Global and Bitcoin, please. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Help me with their numbers of the number of the panelists. Good evening to you. Good evening, Mr. Leo, and to the crew. That advice we give to young person who wants to invest in Bitcoin, and what duration do you think is good to just keep your Bitcoin? And also, what advice would you give someone interested in trading with Bitcoins? Kelvin writing there from Boya. Please, can we just jot down some of the questions raised? Good evening, Mr. Leo. To all the panelists, it's a very nice topic today. As usual, majority of Cameroonians believe anything cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and blockchain technology is all scam, probably because most of them heard of this from Ponzi schemes that use crypto, mostly Bitcoin, to lure people to lose their hard-earned money. The earlier we listen to people like the panelists of today, the better, because cryptocurrency is surely the future of money, and blockchain technology shall be non-avoidable. Thomas is writing from Tibanda.
Exactly.
Daisy from Kumasi. Good evening, Mr. Leo and all the panelists. Mr. Leo, I've never loved this online type of money-making schemes. Seriously, I'm always afraid of them, for they are mostly scams. Daisy from Kumba. This one says, true, I am of the same opinion of you, Daisy. George also writing from Kumba. Good evening, Uncle Leo. Please, this is another scam, okay? Yeah, but they're not asking you to put money, please. Don't put their money. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I'm on Pi and I just did my KYC today. Please, I want to think it's serious. Greetings to you in the studio. D4 is writing from Yaoundé. Okay. Good evening. I'm Jordan from Douala. I would like to know how to buy my own Bitcoins without having to contact or meet someone. Any website.
Paxful can do that. Paxful.
Okay.
Paxful can help you do that.
Okay, they say Paxful. It's Paxful.
Paxful, yeah, like Paxful. Paxful. It can help you buy cryptocurrencies without you ever meeting somebody. And even if you have trouble on the platform, there is people on the platform where there's always ready to mitigate stuff for you. And all of that.
Good evening, sir. It's great Grace writing all the way from Yaoundé. Your program is an enlightening center, and I really appreciate it. On the subject matter of discussion today, I wish to know from our guest whatever the Bitcoin coin in the market is not sold as some people are saying. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Leo. This Bitcoin is perfect. You have a good explanation of the whole issue of mining. I've heard of people who made millions, but how do I deposit in my blockchain? Zoki writing from Boya. And again, must a computer be used to mine this?
Yes.
Also, why do you call? Okay, they will answer you, please. Please, I would like to have their numbers. Mr. Leo, please help me tell people that all these Ponzi platforms like TCM, Satoshi, and Pi Network has nothing to do with Bitcoin.
Exactly.
And Bitcoin is not meant for those who are eager to make money, because crypto is not jangy.
Exactly.
Okay. This is exactly. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I appreciate the speaker in the studio for being clear on Bitcoin. May I also want advice today for those willing to engage in crypto? I would also love to have their contact, please. Divine Voice writing from Pomenda. Okay, no, from Boya. Good evening, Mr. Leo. This is Hilzy from Douala. Is Bitcoin same as PLC?
No.
Ultima, I ask because they all work on blockchain. Okay.
No.
Good evening, sir. I'm Ronald from Limbe. Please, I would like you to help differentiate between the meaning and minting BTC and PLCU. For example,
minting. Minting is simply putting something on the blockchain.
Okay.
That's minting. Like you're making something from maybe not seen on the blockchain and you're putting it on the blockchain. You can mint a token, you can mint an NFT, you can mint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Leo. I have not been clarified about the banning of cryptocurrency in CEMAC regions. Is that really true? I'm sure he talked about that. Good evening, Mr. Liu. There are some things we listen to and just laugh. So do you think these panelists are so good and kind to teach us these things without any an ulterior motive? I have been there. It's okay. I know what I'm talking about.
Place.
They should concentrate. Okay. Bless is writing from Douala. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm really interested in the topic of today. I trade Bitcoin and other coins on Binance. But of recent, someone told me about MetaMiner. What can the crew in the studio say about that, please? Anya Christian's St. Chris style, writing from Yaoundé. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Everyone believes so much in your program, but you are making a second mistake by bringing people to talk about money. Okay, Alain is writing from Bomenda. Hello, Mr. Liu. As a panelist, if the education is free of charge, then what are they gaining from the system? They're taking notes. They will answer you, please. Good evening to you all. We are always victims because we are poor and we need money. I, for one, have been a victim of cryptocurrency, and the worst one is okay.
Okay, what?
Dixon is writing from Gabon. People are blaming me that I bring people to come and scam them. Hey, hello, Mr. Leo. I'm enjoying your program from Gaundary. I'm a user of Paxful. I want to contact the contact of the speaker for more understanding. Okay. You have the number of Mr. Zonda there. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Please help us ask your guests if they have an idea on PLC Ultima planting coins. It's Madame Ahone writing from Boya. That PLC seems to have. Please, for some of us who cannot come to Douala, how can you help us, please? Please explain what do I mean for long-term investment. You just need to get to them, right? For those who cannot come to Douala tomorrow.
Yes.
You say tomorrow there's a meeting?
Yes, and a workshop for you to understand what blockchain, what Bitcoin is all about, and how you can get into the network. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. at Makepe, opposite Tradec Pakuvita. Tradex Pakuvita, behind Tradex Pakuvita.
Okay. Yes, but many persons are concerned
yes.
that if you say it's free of charge, is it
that
that you people are now Father Christmas or
no,
Jesus?
No,
the junior brothers of Jesus?
We're not wasting time doing this. I am senior marketing manager for Paxful Francophone Africa.
Okay.
So I get paid for that. And before I even got into this space, we co-founded a non-profit organization, Blockchain for Everyone, where we're doing a lot of education. Like, people can look on the flyers behind. We've been doing that. And how we are being able to do that is because there are blockchain companies that are about education, that see what we are doing and they like it. They sponsor us to talk to more people. So we're not talking to people for free. We make money behind talking to people. We give the education for free because we know that people don't understand what the technology is all about. So telling Cameroonians that come and pay 10,000, 5,000 francs, or they'll say, okay, you're starting a new scam again. Then even if when it's free, people still ask you such questions. It means that there's still a lot of work that we need to do in the community, because Bitcoin is like that girlfriend that you cannot buy her expensive mesh. But if you get to know her, she'll love you more than the way you've ever thought. That's what Bitcoin is. You might be afraid to talk to the girl because you feel like she's too expensive and all. But when you finally get to talk to her, she'll love you in a way that you not even imagine that she can. So that's me just trying to make an analogy around that. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, not for that Christmas.
No, we are not.
No.
Okay.
We are paying. We pay rent. We have kids.
Obviously.
We are married and stuff. So we cannot be doing this for free. It's impossible.
Adding this to, there are structured training. There is what we do as the free training. There is the educational side of it, which is we talk about specific things. We help people. You come to me with a problem. What do you think about it? I'm consulting you. For now, I don't think you can pay me for doing that, but I'll give you that free consultation. But if you want a structured training, which after you have a certification, which is certified by the Blockchain Association of Cameroon and blockchain for everyone, then you pay for it, because we actually run, I'll not say we, but I run a training where it is structured for you to go through the path, all the different topics, you from the genesis of Bitcoin, blockchain, until the NFTs, till the metaverse. You get to, that one is structured. But what we give for free, we will pick a topic on a Saturday, we do a presentation on. We pick another topic on another Saturday, we do a presentation. That is free education. For me to come to a TV station and talk about the value of Bitcoin, the value of blockchain, it's free. And
we were passion driven.
That's passion driven. But if you want something structured, that is different.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm saying. Like, there is the kind of free information that we'll give, and there is a kind when you want to be drilled in a study. That is different.
To make it even more easier for people who are also always looking at these people that are dishing all this information, what are they gaining? When you go to YouTube today, you can have a whole economics course that has never been taught in school for free on YouTube, so long as you have internet to pay for it. It's the same thing. What we are teaching for Bitcoin and all of that is on YouTube. If you feel like you're more like an independent learner, you can go on YouTube. You don't need me. You don't even need me to do anything on blockchain. I'm only standing here because there are some people that don't know how to do it by themselves. So we are about, our niche is about these people who don't know how to do it by themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Elio. I'm Clinton, writing from Yaoundé. I'm enjoying the program. Please, it's better you just put up the numbers on the screen so people can copy at once in order to save time. Again, I think Cameroonian youth should understand that BTC is where you should put in your last money, but where you can put in money you hope to use in the future. Like Mr. Cho said earlier, I think people are scammed every day because they are eager to get money the easy way.
Exactly.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Gentlemen, I like the program. It is very good program for the development of Cameroon. It's Louisa writing from Muyuka. Good evening, Mr. Liu. This program is so interesting. Please, I would like to have the numbers of the panelists. Ta is writing from Yaoundé. Good evening to you, Ta. Please, Mr. Leo, an accountability me made to return all the monies. Okay, you say, please, Mr. Leo, scammers were the champions of all this. Ask them where they have kept the monies of all the Cameroonians they have kept, if not to say scam. Please, Mr. Leo, an accountability me to return all the monies that people have been scammed. Let the panelists explain that. I don't know
what you talking about.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. What is the relationship between the robot and the Bitcoin? Because told me to buy a robot before start trading with Bitcoin. Okay.
Oh God. Who said to buy a robot? That's complete scam. That robot does not exist in Bitcoin.
Okay.
Bitcoin is a code that has been created since 2008, and the code has a manual, which is somewhere where if somebody who understands code, is there for you to read. But since everybody does not understand code and how it works, it doesn't mean that it's not working, or it doesn't mean that it's not true. The thing is, like Mr. Cho said, the internet is not asked for anyone's permission. And the internet came at the same time. It came with so many good things and so many bad things and all that. So, yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm enjoying the program. It's Tony from Bafusam. Can I have the numbers? Good evening to you, Tony. Hi, it's Steve from Bamenda. Please, will there be a live broadcast tomorrow for those not living in Douala? Just get to Mr. Nzunda. I think he can arrange something for you guys who are out of Douala. Greetings to you guys there, Mr. Leo. Please ask my brothers the difference between Binance Wallet and Blockchain Wallet.
Binance Wallet and Blockchain Wallet, these are two wallets that works on the blockchain. So they have their advantages and disadvantages. If you're on a Binance platform, I'm really not yet to talk about Binance because I represent a Paxful.
Okay.
But if you're on a Binance platform, it's more advantageous to use Binance Wallet if you're on the blockchain, because blockchain is a company that has a wallet that gives you the ability to sell or buy cryptocurrencies and all of that. Same as Paxful. On Paxful, you can meet Cameroonians there that have their profiles that they are selling Bitcoin and stuff like that. You can meet Gabonese, you can meet people from around the world. Then on Paxful, you have verified traders. You have traders that just came into the market, so it's more advisable. It's not that you cannot get scammed on Paxful. There are instructions, because if you don't follow the instructions, the problem is your ignorance. So a lot of people are getting scammed and putting the blame on the people that got them scammed. But the real issue is you. The real issue that you were ignorant, and the real issue that you were greedy. You refuse to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. It's James from Boya. The program is very interesting. I would like to know more about cryptocurrency. Can I have the numbers of the guest speakers? And is there any way to get the money into my blockchain than going to someone to buy coins? Okay, that is updating it yourself. Just get to them, they will help you. Hello, Mr. Leo. The program is quite interesting. Maxwell is writing from Douala. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I'm enjoying the program. Please, I would like to have Mr. Zonda 14's number. Keju is writing from Yaoundé. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I'm enjoying the program. I wish to ask your host if they do or can teach stock exchange trading. I wish to have their numbers. Daniel writing from Boya.
We don't do stock
Okay,
exchange.
they don't do stock exchange.
We don't do forex.
Greetings, Leo and panelists. How do we convert this digital currency to hard currency? Nelson is writing from Boya.
You just you can sell the digital currency to anyone who is
needs
ready
them?
to buy.
Yes.
And people are always ready to buy.
Like on
if
Paxful, you always see somebody who is buying or somebody who is selling. It's like when you go to the market, there's always somebody buying or somebody selling. Yeah.
So you just need to understand how it works.
Exactly.
Simple. Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. It's Ketura from Boya. Your program is educative. Thank you, Ketura. Please, nobody is asking you
Nobody
to
is
invest.
asking you to invest in anything. Even if ever somebody stands in front of you looking like me and asks you to invest in anything, please.
Yes.
I'm not asking you to invest in anything.
Yeah.
Okay, simple. That decision should be your decision, and it only comes after you understand what you're investing into.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. It's good program. Give the contacts of the panelists. What's the difference between blockchain and wallet? Francis is writing from Bamenda. I'm sure you've explained that already severally. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I love your program. Thank you very, very much. Good evening, sir. Please, if I buy the BTC, do I need to be going online every day to do the other things, or can I just stay until go online even after 5 years to say also?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is what you call a nano wallet, like a USB key.
Yeah.
So let's say you're that kind of person that you have a son that you just give birth or a daughter, and then you want to build generational wealth for them, right? You can buy Bitcoin maybe for say 500,000 francs today. You put it in a nano wallet. It makes it such that it is offline, because you know online is technology. Something might happen within the next 5-10 years. So you want to give them the Bitcoin to that child when that child is maybe 15 years. So it's better, safe. It's like you taking your money and putting it in a safe place in your house and having a key. But now you have a USB key. Your Bitcoin is safe. It's offline. Nobody even knows that you have it. So you put it in that place. 15 years later, you can come and take it and unplug it back. Then the way the market is at that time, that's what your Bitcoin is gonna resemble. If Bitcoin was 15,000 francs when you were taking it, when you were buying, and now Bitcoin is 25 million, it means you definitely have 25 million in your wallet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Please, if I buy the BTC, do I need to be going online every day?
No.
Okay.
No.
You don't need to be going online every day.
day.
Good evening, Mr. Liu. I would like to have the numbers of Mr. Zonda and Mr. Chu. Mr. Zonda, you have to answer many questions this night.
I have this, a lot of people are writing.
Good evening, Mr. Liu. Those guys discouraging us from mining our buy, is it not the way BTC started and people were criticizing? Gerard is writing from Yaoundé.
Bitcoin, you don't mine Bitcoin on an app.
On a phone.
Your phone does not have a capacity to mine a transaction. People don't understand what cryptography is. Cryptography are a series of numbers. It's like a chess game where you're playing. Electricity, energy is going. Your phone cannot have the capacity. You explode your phone. Your phone cannot do mining. Cameroonian needs to understand your mobile phone, an app cannot do mining.
Never.
Maybe in the future, but right now, from what I know about the technology, until somebody proves me wrong, you cannot mine with your phone. That's what made me not to believe in Pi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Leo. I missed the program when is the rebroadcast. So many roadside explanations. They should do another seminar in Boya. My sister has lost so much money here and there and keeps me worried. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming.
Dr. Annie is writing from Boya. Dr. Annie, you can get to them. They organize something for you guys in Boya. Good evening, Mr. Leo. We are in the headquarters of crypto market, USA. That market is not for poor countries. Our people should keep their monies in the credit unions, please. Crypto and other digital markets are facing serious slump, and people have lost millions of dollars. That will be suicidal in Cameroon. Mike is writing from Washington. Okay.
I just want to drop with this is one of the reasons why Africa is not progressing. Who says it's not for Africa? Are Africans not human beings? Are Africans not using internet, using smartphones? How do we come to use internet without everybody ever telling you exactly how? You're using your smartphone with no manual. Just because blockchain is just the beginning and stuff, blockchain is just 12 years old. It doesn't mean that it is not for Africa. And on the contrary, we are the most unbanked people in the world. And this currency is decentralized, immutable, trustworthy. Who do you think it was created for? Because people on the other side of the world, because they are a bit advanced, are using it, doesn't mean that us behind Africa are not using. And this is something that I'm really trying to castigate here. Let people not sit back in comfortable places or on other sides of the world and telling how people here down here have to live their life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Leo and the panel. Please, I wish to ask where does this Bitcoin get its capital from before giving returns to investors?
Community.
Mr. Solomon, writing from
community. Bitcoin has the biggest crypto community in the world. When I talk of community, I mean people like me and you who put money in the network. So we have over 180 million people investing in Bitcoin every day. And for you to see how the progress was, back in 2020, we had only about 80 million. Today we have 140 million. The progression is really going fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Leo, good evening to you all in the studio. BTC is what have survived so many youths in the country nowadays. We are waiting for the government to legalize crypto in Cameroon as pronounced so that we can survive in the hands of the military. Clinton is writing from Douala. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I love the topic. Can I have the panelists numbers? Mba is writing from Bamenda. Stop calling. We can't take any call now. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Please, is Bitcoin for the rich? Like, what's the minimum amount to invest in Bitcoin in terms of francs CFA?
You can invest 1,000 francs. Okay. You can invest 100 francs. Bitcoin is not for the rich. Bitcoin is a decentralized technology available for anyone who has access to internet connection. Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Liu. I wish to know if Bitcoin can be used as a Visa card to travel and use it worldwide. Richard is writing from
You can only use Bitcoin in places with people that are willing to accept Bitcoin. There are a lot of people around the world that are willing to accept Bitcoin as a currency, so you can use it. But saying you want to go around the world and use it everywhere, I don't think.
No, but there's also, there is this guy who actually proved that. I think he's still doing it. He's touring the world with
Paco.
crypto.
Yeah, I know that guy, Paco.
Meaning he doesn't have any cash. He leaves from his country, goes to the next country just with crypto. When he gets there, if he needs anything, he exchanges the crypto, get the cash, the currency of that country, spends it, and go to the next country, just like that.
But one thing is, he does that only to places in that country where is that accept cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Because I watched the video. There are a lot of places where he went to and they were
didn't
not
accept.
accept until he finds a place. Then he will do the exchange.
Exchange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. When can they come to Limbe for a training session? Ade and Derek is writing from Limbe. Ade, get to them, please. Good evening, sir. This video is from Amanda. These are the bikes. Okay. Now related to the topic. Good evening to you on set. I'm really enjoying the topic of discussion. I must admit the panelists are objective and realistic in the different approaches. I would really love to acquire adequate knowledge about cryptocurrency. Melky is writing from Jackson in Yaoundé. Good evening to you and the panelists. Please, how do we create deposit and withdrawal? Pascal is writing from
You go to
Huda.
Paxful. It's there on
Okay.
Paxful. You
Good
can do
evening,
that.
Mr. Leo. Please, for Mr. Nzonda's number, Mr. Julius writing from Malinde. Yes, Paxful. Tell me about Paxful.
Yeah, Paxful is a peer-to-peer platform where you can buy and sell digital currencies like Bitcoin, USDT, and Ethereum. Paxful makes it short that somebody who is in Cameroon and somebody who is in the US, let's say you want to send money, you're in the US, you want to send money to somebody in Cameroon. So you can go on Paxful, find a buyer who sells Bitcoin in Cameroon, send them Bitcoin, and they pay the person you want to pay in mobile money. That's how Paxful makes it. So you don't go through Western Union, MoneyGram, all the charges and all of that. That's how Paxful helps people. On Paxful, you have 400 local payments. You have Wave, Orange Money, MTN Money, Vodafone, Airtel, all the local M-Pesa, all the local payment platforms in each country. So they try to make that. So Paxful is trying to expand to different places in Africa. It's been in Nigeria for about 4 or 5 years today, and then this is the first time they're coming to a French-speaking country, and I'm the one heading the expansion on the French side of the country. And beyond that, Paxful has a foundation that is called Build with Bitcoin. They have built schools in Nigeria, in Rwanda, in Zambia, Zimbabwe, where in these schools they have been able to educate people how the foundation is people do contributions in Bitcoin. So let's say you like a place maybe in Africa and all of that, they create a project and all of that, and you do a donation in Bitcoin, and then they make the project a reality. So beyond Bitcoin, Paxful is really building communities one step at a time. One of our missions at Paxful is that Bitcoin is not for the 1%. Bitcoin is for the 99%. And we are just still at the tip of the iceberg. Because if you look at the statistics of the people who have cryptocurrency wallets, it's close to 400 million people. And we are close to 8 billion people in the world. Cryptocurrency, it's still taking baby steps. Bitcoin is like a 12-year-old lady, a 12-year-old girl. We are still at the tip of the iceberg. And another thing that I wanted to add is, beyond Bitcoin, blockchain in itself is the most innovative technology of the 21st century. Everybody under my voice will get this from me. Blockchain is going nowhere, and if blockchain is going nowhere, Bitcoin is going nowhere. Blockchain beyond cryptocurrencies, you could do in manufacturing industry, in the pharmaceutical industry. For example,
Logistics.
in the pharmaceutical industry, how can you use blockchain technology? There are a lot of vendors like bystanders who sell medicine, fake drugs and stuff like that. How can blockchain help? We can create an application that makes it such that from the manufacturer of that drug, the real original producer, to the end user, I can determine if this drug is coming from the right place with a QR code. So each drug has a QR code that is being placed on the blockchain, is being minted on the blockchain. So once that drug gets to me, if I want to know that this drug is real, I scan it, I'll see all the information. It's like every device that you have, you need to know the origin. If the device is really an original device, there's a number where you copy, you put on the internet, then there's some sort of information that comes out. So it eliminates fake drugs from the market. It eliminates fake products, fake food, even in supply chain and all of that. Even in land, Blockchain can make it so that all the lands in Cameroon are registered somewhere. Somebody does not buy land twice. We are already out of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. This is blockchain. That's the distributed ledger technology, because when you write something on it, there is no way you can delete it. There's no way you yourself can wipe it out. And once you, it's like it's like public confession. When you do a public confession, everybody knows that you have sinned, and there's no way you can wipe that. So once it's there, everybody knows exactly who you are. So it makes it so that you can deal with people that you have never seen. Not because you want to trust them, because you have a place, a technology that makes it so that you can trust people without ever seeing them and dealing with them.
Good evening, sir. How can I get this Bitcoin? This is Nitrogen watching from Aboya. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Everyone there, does this Paxful work hand in hand with Bitcoin as a whole?
Yes.
Kongmu is writing from Muteng, and it works. Yes, Mr. Leo, program is very good to individual. Help me with the number. Good evening. Felix Samgwa is writing from Bali Nyonga. Good evening to you, Felix. Greetings, sir. Leo and panelists, how can one really get to know those who want to buy the digital currency with hard currency, since it's something that is largely private? Is there a center where one can go for exchange? Thanks. Yes, you go to Paxful. But what is the Paxful? It's a software you...
It's a website.
It's a website.
Yes, it's a website where it's a US company that was created 7 years ago. And as a matter of fact, in early 2020, were voted by Times as one of the most influential companies in the world. Yeah, all the information is it's online. So Paxful, like this question that is asked, that is why Paxful existed. People were looking for places where they can buy and sell, where you can always have a buyer and a seller. So Paxful has created that platform where...
So if you log into Paxful,
yeah, they have KYC.
They have steady buyers and sellers.
Steady buyers and sellers.
All the time. All the time.
There's somebody's asking where to get the Bitcoins. Where do I get the Bitcoin from?
Paxful does not give Bitcoin.
Yeah, but where do I get it?
Let's say, where do you get Bitcoin from? You can get Bitcoin from me. You can get Bitcoin from anybody that has Bitcoin.
How do I get it?
How do
I know you have it?
Let's say, yeah, go ahead.
The easiest way to actually know I have it, the best and the easiest, is a face-to-face deal. That is, and also, for you to know that I have it, I just need to open my wallet and show you my balance in my wallet, in my let me say my crypto wallet, right? And then you know that I have it, and then I can transfer it to you, and you give me the money based on the agreement. And another thing on Paxful also, which is when they say a P2P, it means a person-to-person transactions on a platform. It means that platform is serving as
the police,
as a police to mediate between two people doing a transaction. So those two people have to agree on a certain exchange rate, and now the platform gives them now the possibility for one person to send the crypto and another person to send the fiat currency. So that's what it serves for.
Okay, please, good evening. Can I have the panelist number? Good evening, Mr. Leo. Please let the panel members tell us who sell on Paxful. It's an online something now.
Yeah, everyone can sell on it.
Okay,
you just need to go there, register, do your KYC, and when you do your KYC, you become verified. The more you do transactions, the more you are seen as a credible person, and they give you like points. Those points are not, they give you points just to show to other people that you're more credible, you're trusted.
You're credible.
So when you're more trusted, your people come to do transactions with you more.
And another thing is, this thing of greed works anywhere. On Paxful, people put Bitcoin prices as they feel.
Yes.
It's like I go and buy a basket of tomatoes just because I'm going to, people are selling it in Douala for maybe 10,000, but because I have to go to Yaoundé and sell it, I'll sell it at 12,000. So there are people on Paxful that put their Bitcoin more than the required prices. So let's say you can go see a vendor that has maybe 20 trades because the number of trades shows and the number of down or up points that I've given them and all of that, just to give you that you can trust this person.
Okay.
So,
greetings, especially I would like to have the number of those panelists because I'm confused about Bitcoin, which I'm in. Okay. Ferdinand is writing from Kumba. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I'm enjoying your program. Thank you and keep on. It's Franca writing from Bamenda. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I am in love with your program. I wish to learn more of Bitcoin.
Nice.
Was just introduced to it and I wish to be part of it. Noel is writing from the far north. Well, you can only get to Mr. Zonda through WhatsApp. I hope it helps you out. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Please, I wish to ask, what if you send your Bitcoins to somebody and the person doesn't send in your money? Again, is your wallet transferable from one phone to another? That is in case you lost your phone.
Yes.
Can you easily recover your wallet? Clinton is writing from Yaoundé. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Please, they should organize one training in Yaoundé in future, and
yes,
if any WhatsApp group if there is a WhatsApp group, they should
there is
me.
blockchain for everyone. Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. Did these people come to this platform to educate about cryptocurrency or to use cipher language on the audience? Secondly, how does cryptocurrency help in the skillful development of a nation?
I just explained that.
Yes, but there are some worries here. Somebody asked some questions that you're going to answer.
Yeah, like how does cryptocurrency help in the development of a nation, right? Blockchain is the underlying technology that makes cryptocurrency to work. The technology blockchain can help in so many industries. I just talked about the medical industry in the sense of drugs. We have a lot of fake drugs in the market, and blockchain can really drastically reduce fake drugs because each drug has maybe a serial code where when the owner of the drugs buy the drug, they can know that this drug is coming directly from the manufacturer or not. And how they trust that? Because they know that anything that has been written on the blockchain cannot be altered by anyone, regardless of that. So, and then we have other industries like land, we have constructions, we have different places where people can exercise.
Artists can use it.
Yeah, artists.
Exactly.
I was coming to that. Artists. There are lots of artists that have music that is sell on the blockchain, and then I can come and buy. Then I have royalties. So if somebody else buy, I have a pay, and then the artist has a pay, and all of that. So you don't need to maybe distribute your music in a distribution house. You can distribute it. You can mint it on the blockchain. You can become an NFT. You can have it in the metaverse. You know, this thing is not asking for your permission. It's coming, and yeah.
Is it transferable?
Well,
yes.
Everything on the blockchain is transferable.
Yeah.
And it's also transactions that happen on the blockchain is transparent.
And verified.
And verified. What do I mean is, someone cannot claim to have sent you Bitcoin, which if you go, you take
the transaction ID.
The transaction ID, which is, we call it the hash. See, there are some names that there is no other way to call it. So if you go and do a little research, you just understand what those names are. So they call it a hash. If you take it and go to Blockchain Explorer, you will see all the transactions that happened on that wallet ID. So it's so visible and so transparent, and you can send it from one person to another. One other thing is, so many people lose money in crypto when they don't know how to store or keep their wallets. Means when you have a wallet on this phone, when this phone gets missing, everything that was there is missing, right? So what you need to do is you need to understand how the wallet functions. I would advise more people to, if they want to store crypto, either they use a hard wallet, which is probably a physical wallet, or they use a decentralized wallet. This is just a sample of a physical wallet. So you can just plug it here and you save your crypto there, and it's there for forever. So that's just, you need to, that's why we keep insisting education, because we cannot just come on a program like this and tell you everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so
So tomorrow the workshop is taking place in Douala,
in Douala,
Makepe, around Pakuvita, Tradex, behind Tradex.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're in Douala, take that rendezvous.
Yes.
But if you are from the far north and across the world, like just write to me after the program. I will share their numbers with you. You can get to them. You can organize yourselves in Boya or in
Yeah, we're coming to
We're
Boya, we're coming to Yaoundé in August. We'll have programs.
Okay, we want to thank you all who took time off to watch this edition of the program, especially you who sent text messages. Thank you to you, Mr. Zonda.
Yes, Zonda.
For coming. And also to you, Mr. Chris.
Mr. Cho.
Mr. Cho.
Yes.
Okay. We also want to say thank you to you, Desmond and Ella, for producing this program the whole week, from Monday to Friday. You guys are there doing a marvelous job. And to you, Tabby Tambe Bryant, supervising the work we do out there. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.